Welcome to this class, dear students. Today I am going to teach you the magnetic effect of electric current. We have already studied about the heating effect of electric current. Today we are interested to know about the magnetic effect of electric current. Electric current has various effects like the electric effect means photoelectric effect, magnetic effect, heating effect, chemical effect. So electricity has a wide application in the various fields of life. Magnetic effect of electric current was first observed by Hans Christian Ørsted in 1820. It is our common practice in day-to-day life that electric current passes through a conductor, but we do not generally observe its magnetic effect. It was Hans Christian Ørsted who for the first time observed that current electricity is associated with a magnetic field. Means there is a magnetic field around the current carrying conductor, just like a magnet has magnetic field around its poles, but it was unknown to us prior to 1820. It was Hans Christian who first of all observed the magnetic effect of electric current. He performed a very simple experiment for observing this. See here, this is a simple circuit in which there is a thick wire. Suppose that thick copper wire maintained or erected at two poles horizontally. That is, suppose that A and B are two poles, then this thick copper wire is stretched parallel to the horizontal surface at the top of two poles, or you say rods. Now it is actually arranged in such a way that the thick wire remains parallel to the needle of a compass, means compass needle. You know that a compass needle is a very simple device that can measure that can be used to find out the direction at a particular place, and from its magnetic behavior we are known to have the information about the compass needle, that the compass needle always points, arrow mark of the compass needle always points towards the north, and the rear part of this compass needle rests towards south. So when compass needle is allowed to stand without any disturbance, the needle of the compass always rests north to south, north-south direction. So the wire is also stretched parallel to the direction of the compass needle with the help of two poles. Now, the two ends of the thick wire are connected to the two terminals of a battery along with resistors and the key plug. In this way, we have a circuit, electric circuit, including the experimental wire, resistance, battery and the key plug. The purpose of key plug here is to pass the electric current as per our desire. So he observed that as soon as key plug is inserted into the plug, current passed through the circuit and simultaneously there is a deflection in the direction of the compass needle. Means as soon as current is passed through the circuit, the deflection in the compass needle was observed. But the question here is that how can magnetic compass needle be deflected without the presence of any magnet? Because the deflection can only be observed or performed using or the presence of some other magnet. Here there was no magnet. Only current had been passed through the circuit and he observed this deflection in the needle of compass. He repeated the experiment many times and always observed the same effect. So on the basis of this simple experimental fact, he came to the conclusion that there must be a magnetic field associated with the current carrying conductor, because without magnet the deflection in the compass needle would not be possible. So from this observation it became the experimentally verified fact that electric current has magnetic effect. So this magnetic effect can be observed by using another conducting materials. All the conducting materials, whether this is made of copper, aluminum, iron, silver or any other metals. Okay. Now we have just told that electric current is associated with magnetic field. Means there is a magnetic effect of electric current. If electric current has magnetic effect, then there must be a magnetic field associated with this. And we already know that magnetic field is created due to the presence of magnetic field lines. We have studied in earlier classes about the magnetic field lines associated with the magnet. We know that there is a magnetic field lines around the poles of a magnet, and just like the wire magnet, there must be some sort of electric field lines associated with the magnet, produced by passing the current through the electric conductor. This will be discussed later. First of all, try to understand what is magnetic field and what are magnetic field lines. From the magnetic point of view, we have studied in the earlier classes that when we take a wire magnet and it is placed on the cardboard or the table pasted with plain paper, and if we keep the wire magnet on this paper and sprinkle iron filings on the paper, uniformly with the help of atomizer. When it is sprinkled uniformly on the paper, and if we tap the cardboard gently, there will be a vibration in the cardboard which arrange the iron filings in a well-defined pattern around the poles of the magnet. We see here that there is a shape of such lines appearing on the surface of this plain paper in the form of rays coming out of the poles, arising from the poles. The well-defined pattern along which the iron filings arrange themselves appear like a closed path. These lines form a closed path between North Pole and the South Pole. This is just like, see here, suppose this is a wire magnet and iron filings are sprinkled here, then this is North Pole and South Pole. The iron filings set themselves like this, so iron filings get settled or get arranged in a well-defined pattern, which makes a closed path between the north and south pole. This is nothing but the magnetic lines of force. The path of the arrangement of iron filings in this way between the north pole and south pole constitute a closed path between the two poles, and these paths are nothing but the magnetic lines of force. So, iron filings arrange themselves along the magnetic lines of forces. So, this can be also experimentally verified. When compass needle is used to draw the magnetic field lines, then we can draw a magnetic field lines experimentally on the plain paper. This is how we can obtain the magnetic field lines after using the compass needle. We will get a line like this. See here, when a compass needle is placed at a given point and we have started moving the compass needle in its direction of the needle, then from point to point, when we move the compass needle, we get ultimately the magnetic field lines like this. This is the nature of magnetic field lines around the war magnet. So, in the same way, we can obtain the magnetic field lines around the current carrying conductor. This will be discussed somewhat later. Now, try to know about what are the features of these magnetic field lines. When we observe the nature of magnetic field lines around the rectangular rod, means war magnet in the form of rectangular rods, and this war magnet is a very common type of magnet that we can use in our laboratory. So, we can find out the different magnetic lines of force, and we observe various features of these lines. We easily observe that the magnetic lines of forces are crowded near the poles, and as they move away from the poles, they get separated from each other more and more widely. Means they are crowded, they are closely spaced near the pole and widely separated from each other at the middle of the magnet, mid portion of the magnet. Next, no two magnetic field lines intersect each other. No two magnetic field lines intersect each other. Means they run parallel to each other, although they are not a straight line. They are closed path, circular path between the north and south pole, but they do not intersect each other, just like the different concentric lines drawn with the help of compass from the same center. So, in the same way, different lines run parallel to each other and do not intersect each other. How do we say that the magnetic field lines do not intersect each other? Because if two magnetic field lines were intersecting each other, they would have two directions of the compass needle at the same point if compass needle would have been placed at that point. But we observe, if we put or place the compass needle at any point on the magnetic field lines, we have only one direction of the compass needle. It indicates that there is one and only one direction, and is this direction of the magnetic field lines at a given point is nothing but along the tangent drawn at the point of compass needle where it is placed there. Means just like the tangent drawn on the circular lines or circular field, we have one and only one point on the circle where only one tangent can be drawn. In the same way, there will be one and only one direction at each and every point of this magnetic field lines, and that is why they are said to be not intersecting each other. The magnetic field strength depends on the concentration or the aggregation of the magnetic field lines. We also find here that the magnetic field lines arise from the North Pole and terminates into the South Pole. So the direction of magnetic field lines from north to south outside the magnet, but inside the magnet all the magnetic field lines become parallel to each other, and these parallel lines form the uniform magnetic field. So the magnetic field lines arise from North Pole and terminates at the South Pole. This is the magnetic field lines that can be observed, that can be obtained by using bar magnet. The properties of magnetic field lines are same as the bar magnet or horseshoe magnet or the magnetic field developed due to current carrying conductor. The nature of magnetic field lines generated around the current carrying conductor can also be experimentally verified by using the similar materials like the iron filings, copper wire and other components of the electric circuit that will be discussed in the next video. Kindly wait for that. Thank you very much.